Mazda is gearing up to introduce electric drive tech to its cars around the world, and headlining the rollout will be an all-new, bespoke electric vehicle, Auto Express can exclusively reveal. Insiders at Mazda have told us that the Japanese brand is targeting a launch date of 2019 for its new EV. It will use Mazda's latest design language, set out by the new CX-5 and RX Vision concept car pictured as the 2014 Hozumi concept. Speaking to Auto Express at the recent Geneva Motor Show, European R&D boss Matsuhiro Tanaka said, "A fully electric car is one of the possibilities we are examining. A small car is best for an EV because bigger vehicles get too heavy with bigger batteries, and that doesn't make sense for Mazda." While Tanaka didn't go into detail on the new model, it's expected to be a rival for the Renault Zoe, although the car isn't yet confirmed for European markets. Asked about the platform for the EV, Tanaka told us that it would need to be a new design, because even though our strategy with it is the same as our current range, the technology is different. For example, there will be lighter materials. He added, "If we put in heavy batteries, we need to do the opposite with the total weight. We are going to develop a new material technology in the future to deal with this." From 2021, Mazda will expand its range of electrified vehicles with a lineup of plug-in hybrid models. Tanaka said, "We are developing a concept with hybrid power. We already introduced a hybrid Mazda 3 in Japan, so we have the technology." The Japan-only Mazda 3 hybrid uses tech from Toyota, but future hybrids from the brand are likely to come as part of this partnership. It's possible that we'll see a return to Mazda's staple rotary engine in a range-extending capacity, providing power to charge a battery, rather than driving the wheels. Auto Express drove a prototype Mazda 2 using exactly such a rotary powertrain back in 2013, while recent reports suggest the brand has patented similar technology in the US. Asked about the rumored electrified rotary power plant, Tanaka told us, "Something like that was in existence, but I can't go into detail. Both performance and economy are possible with rotary. It's very stable and quiet at standard revolutions, so some potential exists for that." Muscle and pony car fans will always opt for the V8, no matter the other choices available to them. Internet commenters and hacks will scoff at the idea that a V6 or, worse, a turbocharged four-cylinder could even be considered fun. Whatever. We think that the more sporting, rear-drive coupes that exist in this world, the better, no matter what they have under the hood. And outside of objective measurements like 0 to 60 times or quarter-mile sprints, the fun gap between increasingly better, smaller engines and the still stonking bigger engines in cars like the Ford Mustang and the Chevrolet Camaro is shrinking. Consider that gap even tighter with the introduction of Chevrolet's latest 1LE track package for the Camaro. Reintroduced on the previous generation, 5th generation, Camaro after more than a decade away, the 1LE package incorporates a track-ready suspension setup, wider wheels and sticky summer tires, mild aerodynamic add-ons, and extra cooling for the engine and driveline. Previously, it was offered only on the V8-powered SS model. The new 1LE package has been democratized, for it will be an option on V6 Camaros too. Will the upcoming Turbo 4-powered Camaro also be let into the Hall of 1LE? We're told Chevy is considering the idea. While this technically means there are two 1LE kits, one for the V8 and one for the V6, both are similarly tuned to deliver serious on-track performance for not a lot of money. The 1LE packages are specific to each engine, owing to those engines' distinctly different weights. For 6-cylinder 1LEs, the package is essentially the FE3 suspension from a stock V8 Camaro SS with a few tuning tweaks. This includes the dampers, rear subframe mounts, ball-jointed toe links, and anti-roll bars. The tighter suspension works in concert with staggered width 20-inch forged aluminum wheels and 245/40 front and 275/35 rear Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetric 3-run flat summer tires to deliver a claimed 0.97 g of lateral grip. Quick note: this figure is subject to the testing methods and the diameter of the skid pad used to measure it. We evaluate lateral grip on a 300-foot skid pad, where a stock V6 Camaro recorded an impressive 0.91 g. Other mechanical enhancements for the V6 1LE included enhanced cooling, engine, transmission, and differential oils, Brembo 4-piston front brake calipers, a limited slip diff, the dual-mode exhaust that's optional on regular Camaros, and the SS model's fuel delivery system that better handles higher cornering forces. A satin black vinyl wrap for the hood and the side mirrors, a chin splitter and rear lip spoiler, and a suede-wrapped steering wheel and shift knob round out the modifications. And for the V8, with no Camaro model above the SS to borrow suspension components from at least presently, the SS1LE introduces the all-new FE4 suspension to the latest Camaro family. We suspect that, as on the previous generation Camaro, there will be some overlap between the SS1LE's chassis and that of the supercharged Camaro ZL1. Expect to see FE4 components on that model when it debuts. Chevrolet cites specific tuning for the SS1LE's standard Magnetor geological dampers, as well as for the springs and anti-roll bars. The V8 setup is augmented by even more aggressive tires, in this case Goodyear rubber with Corvette-like section widths of 285/30 up front and 305/20 in back. Brembo front brakes incorporate larger aluminum het rotors and 6-piston monoblock calipers, while the rear end is beefed up by an electronically controlled limited slip differential similar to that used in the Corvette. Standard Camaro SS models already ship with engine, differential, and transmission oil coolers, so those items aren't specific to the 1LE package but are useful nonetheless. The SS1LE also comes standard with a dual-mode exhaust, a satin black hood and side mirrors, a front splitter and rear lip spoiler, and a microsuede-wrapped steering wheel and shift knob. Also included are a pair of deeply bolstered Recaro bucket seats which are optional on the V6 1LE, covered in a grippy cloth with microsuede inserts. The nifty performance data recorder feature, essentially a dash cam with lap time analysis software that first debuted on the Corvette, is optional on both 1LEs. Power corrupts, or does it? Astute readers may have noticed that we've not mentioned a single horsepower or torque figure for either 1LE. That's no accident. As before, the 1LE package is strictly a chassis upgrade, and ordering it changes nothing about the Camaro's 6- and 8-cylinder engines. As such, the V6 1LE packs the same 335 horsepower 3.6-liter V6 as other 6-cylinder Camaros, while the SS1LE uses the familiar fire-breathing 455 horsepower 6.2-liter V8 as its 8-cylinder Camaro brethren. The 1LE package does, however, restrict buyers to the 6-speed manual transmission correctly, in our estimation. In our testing, the stick-shift Camaro V6 streaks to 60 mph in 5.4 seconds, and the Camaro V8, with the quicker automatic, does the deed in 3.9 ticks. Adding the 1LE's extra helping of grip and track readiness to that sort of acceleration capability sounds great to us, although determining a favorite between the two 1LEs may prove exceptionally difficult. Already, the live V6 Camaro strikes us as the sports car of the family, with the brutal V8 model doing its best impression of a Corvette with a virtually useless back seat. Both are phenomenal to drive, and we suspect the 1LE packages will amplify each version's personality. The packages, which are available on the 1LT or 2LT 6-cylinder cars and the 1SS V8, are expected to be fairly inexpensive. The last Camaro's kit cost just $3,500 and transformed the Camaro SS into a laser-guided track missile. Now, with the package available on the 1 Lieutenant V6, which starts at $26,695, it might be possible to snag a 1LE for about $30,000. If that's not reason enough to drop the V8 or die line, we suggest you go test drive a 6-cylinder Camaro right now. We'll try not to say we told you so. Ben Sullins of Teslanomics has unveiled a new online tool that analyzes the most popular Tesla Model 3 options by state. The data is being provided by the online authority for tracking Model 3 reservations, Model3Tracker.info, which allows reservation holders to input information about their reservation, including what presumed upgrades they are likely to include in their order once the Model 3 Design Studio goes live. Last spring, early data from 1,637 entries indicated that 90% of reservation holders planned to add one or more options to their Model 3. The most popular upgrade at that time was a larger battery, an option that 75% of people said they were willing to pay extra for. In October, the number of people who had registered with Model 3 Tracker jumped to 4,321. At the time, Paul Carter, who started and continues to maintain the tracker, reported that 7% of Model 3 reservation holders said they would check every option available, while only 5% said they did not intend to specify any upgrades. The most recent data from this month suggests that 93% of Model 3 reservation holders will not purchase a base model for $35,000. Instead, opting for one or more available options. Sullins has taken the raw data supplied by Model3Tracker.info and created a map that highlights the most sought-after options made by Model 3 reservations worldwide. Hovering through each state allows one to view popularity of Model 3 options by individual U.S. state. We've provided the Teslanomics video by Ben Sullins at the end of this story that explains how his search tool works in detail. According to Sullins' visual aid, 87% of Californians say they will add one or more Model 3 options, the same as the worldwide average. The top upgrade is autopilot, with 69% selecting that feature, followed by a larger battery at 62% of Model 3 Tracker respondents. The all-glass roof appeals to 55% of reservation holders. Also popular with Californians are premium paint, 53%, in the dual-motor configuration, 52%. In New York, where winter driving is of concern, 72% of reservation holders will specify the dual-motor option for their Model 3. 67% want autopilot and 60% will upgrade to any available cold weather package. Sullins' program works for customers in Canada too. In British Columbia, 88% of reservation holders will order upgrades starting with the glass roof option at 63%. Dual motors are second on the list at 61%, followed closely by a larger battery at 59%. Data for Europe is also available but is only broken down by country. A less detailed worldwide summary is also available. If you are a Model 3 reservation holder, we encourage you to add your information to the Model 3 Tracker database and help build a larger sample of data. Also, please share with the community any sightings of the Model 3 in our Model 3 discussion forum. Come join the discussion.